Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about the fairly recent release by Vhsitfest or Vhshitfest, Game of Pleasure. This is a 1998 film that had previously been released, I think, on a DVD multipack and a VHS. I had never heard of it. The cover was kind of intriguing. I love cyberpunk movies, No Resistance, Johnny Mnemonic, The Matrix, Nirvana. Um, so I read the little plot synopsis and I was pretty enthralled. My buddy had a copy of it, I think a spare copy, so he sold me his. Just arrived yesterday and I watched it just now. This movie is extremely short. It's a little over an hour, 62 minutes to be exact, and the credits at the beginning and the end are probably 5 minutes each. So that's about 50 minutes, roughly, of a movie. Um, the movie is about these two guys that are roommates and they're hackers and they're freelance hackers that will pretty much like Shadowrun or Johnny Mnemonic, even whatever. You pay them enough and they'll hack wherever you want and get the data you want and etc. And they'll give you the data. At the very beginning of the film, you find out that they are being set up and the hack they're doing is for a company that is after them. So as soon as they're done with the hack, this like head of the corporation or whatever comes after them with a gun and starts trying to kill them, and that's the main plot of the story. They then mash in a bunch of softcore pornography, naked bodies, breasts, no penetration or anything like that, but definitely something you'd see on like Cinemax at 2 in the morning, and it warps back and forth between this storyline and then them playing this computer game and them not knowing where the computer game starts and stops, and these women being with them sexually in the game or in the real world, and you don't know which part is real and which part isn't. Um, it could have used a little more story and a little more meat and a little less sex, in my opinion. But overall, it was a fairly fun film. It doesn't look great. It's not the best quality. I believe it was shot on video. It's the movie has a lot of this pink and purple hue to it, sort of like the cover, as you can see, like a lot of purple and pink. So they do that a lot, and there's this really cheesy, like special effects. These really cheesy special effects that look out of like a 1992 CD-ROM that you would pop in your computer and be blown away by these big blocky like polygons or whatever on your screen, like kind of like when you go back now and play like a really early 3D video game, it's like, ooh, this looks kind of rough. That's sort of what this is. There's like electric flying around. There's like a dragon at the beginning flying over these really shitty looking mountains. It's just really goofy fun. It's very light on story, and I think that again it could have used a little more of that. There is a couple, I think, practical special effects in the film that I thought were fairly interesting. There's this woman with like this demon face. I think she has horns, but her face is like all squared off and jagged looking. She was kind of cool. You may know some of the actresses. I think some of them did pornography or like B movies. Dale Franz, who directed and co-produced the film, this is his only movie that I'm aware of in both directing, producing, and whatever else. And I kind of could see why. If you like that old, again, Skinamax, 3 in the morning, like cheesy movie, you'll probably like this. Like if I was like 12 or 13, I probably would have thought this was really cool at the time. Mind you, this came out in 1998, so at that point it was dated. But now it's like really dated in terms of the effects, the story, and the little plot twist at the end, and whatever. It was just goofy fun. It's not something that you really are going to sink your teeth into and get like a ton out of, but it's very light, sort of airy, a light, airy watch that goes by very quickly, obviously, and doesn't always make a ton of sense. But overall, I had a decent time with it. I wouldn't put it up there with some other cyberpunk films I like that I mentioned earlier in the video, but it's definitely a goofy kind of one I could see myself throwing on again in the future. And I love VHS Hitfest's releases. Justice Ninja Style I liked. I love the Corn Shucker. I thought that Blood Hunter was pretty good. I thought Satan's Menagerie was pretty good, albeit a little slow. So I just appreciate that that Dan has such motivation to put out these like weird underground cheesy B movies. So that's totally my jam. So let me know, guys, if you've seen Game of Pleasure. I can't really recommend it because it's just so light on content, and I think that most people are going to be like, this is trash, and it is trash, but it's kind of fun trash. You know what you're getting into. So let me know, guys, if you've seen it, what you think, or if you do watch it, come back in the comments and let me know. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.